And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the Self-Developed YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are. Let's go. Comment below where you're from, what time, hashtag self-developed army. Let's go. And by the way, if you hear a lot of wind noise, it is like a storm outside, so just kind of ignore that because it's windy. Anyways guys, with that said, in this video, I believe I titled it, The Truth to Rock Hard Confidence. There's the wind as I saw like my cushion fly away. We're gonna keep going. So guys, the truth to rock hard confidence, what it means, what it doesn't mean. Lately in my life, guys, I've really learned the hard way what it actually doesn't mean. You know, I was under the misconception, and I think a lot of us are growing up, that confidence is derived through external things, right? Whether this is your financial status, maybe your physicality, how you look, how shredded you are, how much muscle you have, maybe what kind of car you drive, or anything exterior, correct? What I've learned this past week is that could not be farther from the truth, and I really felt that. This was the first time where, you know, I'll be honest with you guys, I counted up the income I made from all 2020 to do taxes, which are due today. I'm doing them today. And I made quite a bit more than I was expecting throughout that year. Shoutouts to you guys. And I was expecting, man, now that I see how much money I made through that year, my confidence is going to go up. I'm going to be respected so much more. I'm going to stand so much taller. And the reality was and is really nothing changed. Like really nothing changed. I was actually very surprised. Another thing too, as I'm getting leaner, right, my muscles are beginning to show more, my face is getting a bit leaner. You know, it's the same thing, and I've dealt with this many times in the past. You'd think my self-worth, my confidence is going to increase, and to an extent it may, yes, but really no, not too much has changed. In fact, sometimes I feel even more insecure because I'm smaller. Like, I'm physically smaller, I'm not as strong as when I was big. Isn't it so funny? It's all like a paradox. This condo as an example, or maybe the amount of subscribers on YouTube, you'd think, oh yeah, I finally got it now, people are going to respect me, my confidence is going to be great, I've achieved so much. Again guys, the same thing, I am almost more insecure now than I was living back at home. So the moral of the story here, guys, is not to not achieve, go get lean, build your physique, get that money, 100%. But that has to be a natural extension of the confident version you already are. So to bring this video full circle and give you guys the answer, David, then what is the root of confidence? How do you feel this really unshakable sense of self-worth? Because we can both agree, and if you haven't, you will, it really doesn't come through external things. It really doesn't. You can make all the money you want, you can look super jacked, have a super hot girlfriend, whatever it is, but if you still feel insecure within this lack, right, which is what I'm about to touch on, nothing matters. Nothing external will fix it, nothing, and I really learned that. So, the answer to rock hard confidence, what I have learned and what I am doing, and it's not easy, this is purging out your inner demons. Now, before you guys think, David, are you talking about literal demons? Guys, I mean your emotions, your insecurities, these traumas, which essentially are demons that have been buried inside of you since childhood. I'll give you guys an example. For me, one of these insecurities that has really just been picking up as of late, and I didn't know why, was my inability to assert myself. And now I've always done a pretty good job at this, but for some reason these past few weeks, I almost felt very passive, very weak. You could say like super beta, like I didn't feel like I really owned myself, very ungrounded. And what I finally came to the realization of, to be honest, just this morning while meditating, is that the reason I felt this internal lack, this submissiveness, this almost, my opinion doesn't matter, so just shut up and keep your head down. I'll be honest with you guys, and I actually made a video going into great depth, I'll link it up here if I can, or my personal channel explains it, is because of this entrepreneurship journey. Now, I'm not going to go too into depth in my story. You can check the video on my other channel to learn more. But building this YouTube channel, guys, left a lot of battle scars on me and in me. One of them being, in those 3 to 4 years really building up this channel, I felt my opinion didn't matter in the slightest. Nothing I said was correct because what I was doing is wrong. This is essentially how my family treated me. I lost a lot of friends. This is how I felt in society. This is what society tells you. I wasn't in school. I quit my part-time job a couple times to work on my side passions and side hustles. I was going very against the grain. My grandparents' family, like no one was applauding me. What I was doing was very off-grid, correct? And because of that, I began to really just build this low sense of self-worth that everything I'm doing is wrong. My opinion doesn't matter, my voice doesn't matter, and only as of now, you know, coming full circle, I've made it, I've done it, am I realizing that? You see guys, the reason I'm making this video is not so you can learn so much about me, it's so you can learn about yourself. Many times when we're going through it, right, we're going through the trenches, maybe Maybe you're going through some difficult times in your relationship or your job, whatever it is. You don't really understand the negative emotions that you're accumulating during that time. Like I always say with my buddy, when you're on the battlefield, you can't cry. There's no time to cry or process what's going on. You just have to move forward. But once you finally made it back to home base, you can begin to process what happened. And you need to process what happened, because if you don't, these inner demons will live in you to the day you die, right? Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It's merely transferred from one state to another, right? So I was sweeping all these emotions and energies under the rug of this, essentially, you're fucking useless, you're a fucking hobo, you have no job, what you're doing is wrong. This is what I was told subconsciously and consciously for about 3 years of my life. And it was not easy at all. And the reason I'm saying this, guys, is because now I'm dealing with the repercussions of that. Do you understand? A year and a half later, I'm in my condo, I have a good salary, things are okay externally, but internally, it hasn't caught up yet. Internally, I'm still holding on to that old dead energy of, this is not a real job. Go do something worthwhile. And I gotta fix that. And to finish it here, how you fix that is just through awareness. It's that simple. You just need to be aware. And again, guys, I'm sorry for the wind. I know, like, the glass and everything is just shattering, but I love making these videos. Guys, like I always say, awareness in and of itself is transformative. You just being aware, let's say that your hand is in a hot pot of water. If you're just aware of it, you'll take it out. You don't have to think too much of, what's the best solution, what's the best answer. It'll just naturally happen, right? So that's the answer to unshakable confidence, guys. It's coming back to purity. It's letting go of all this baggage and crap that you accumulated through your life, which we all will. It's no one's fault. It's not my family's fault. It's no one's fault. This is just what happens. But by finally letting this go and coming back to that pure self, you will naturally be confident. You will naturally be abundant. You'll naturally be happy, wealthy, whatever you want to be. Because growing up as a child, you are the most beautiful extension of God, of life. You're perfect. You literally are perfect. Children are the epitome of purity. They're assertive. They're confident. They'll fuck you up. They will, right? So we want to come back to that, but in a more mature sense, obviously full circle, right? So anyways, guys, that is it. I'm going to finish this video here because I know the wind is going crazy. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And as final plugs, guys, if you would like to work with me on a personal level at anything of what we just talked about here, or improving your health, relationships, finding your passion, and turning it into a business online, there is always one-on-one coaching. We have group coaching, which is the workshop, and we have the self-development course, all there to change your lives as men, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic day. Or you guys can support the channel, pick up the clothing sponsor Edge, coupon code Hammond, let's go. This is their white Henley, super dope. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic day. Find your inner demons. What are these things holding you back? And they're not easy to distinguish. A lot of times you've been, in fact, all the times you've been holding them down. You've been repressing them. Because again, in the battlefield, there's no time to process. But at some point you have to, and maybe that time is now. I would argue that time is now. So process them. Find out what insecurities and lack and demons you're holding on to. What can you then let go of? Because again, awareness in and of itself is transformative. That is it, guys. Till then, much love. Peace.